To Steven in Los Angeles.
Yes, hello. Russell.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Pretty good. Russell and host, I forget your name.
Jen?
Jen, yes.
Jen. Okay.
Yeah.
Jen, okay. I have I'm a first-time caller, long-time listener.
Thanks for calling.
Apparently
I used to listen to you guys. I used to listen to you guys while I was bedridden.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I'm an atheist. I guess you could say I'm a new atheist.
Okay.
And I have a theory, and I think you guys will like this. Okay, here's my theory. I think that if there's any type of afterlife, if there's any type of God, demigod, whatever, that place will be occupied by atheists and not theists.
I had the same theory when I was in college.
Okay,
I think I wrote a play on it. I mean, that doesn't mean I think it's true, but it was kind of a funny, ironic twist.
Okay, so now why would you say that it would be occupied by atheists?
I wound up being a computer programmer, and I read a lot of logic books when I was a kid, and I just remember coming across this one very entertaining idea that maybe the evidence for God is so flimsy on purpose because it's a test to see how gullible you are.
Wow, we are like minds, because that is exactly that is exactly what I am. And if you really believed in that, wouldn't that make sense?
But I want to stress I don't take that seriously.
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't take it seriously. I'm just saying that because it's a theory. I don't take it seriously.
Well, I wouldn't dignify that with the word theory, because I would call it a conjecture.
Okay, let's go with conjecture. Now, having said that, I believe that all we have to do as atheists is just live our life until we can't. And whatever happens after, happens. Whether nothing or whether something.
Okay.
And you go on living a happy life.
I wouldn't go around proposing that theory to your Christian family members, if you have any, since they are not notorious for their sense of humor about variants of their religion.
and I'm glad that you brought that up, because I'm basically a baby atheist.
Mm-hmm.
I've claimed atheist fully for the last 2 years.
Okay.
Because I grew up in a Christian household, my mom, dad, my brother, he's a minister. As children, he became a minister. I guess my mom pushed him into that and tried to push me into that, but I just, it wasn't there for me.
Okay, we've got like 5 minutes left, so we can.
Okay, so therefore,
get going
I have not came out to them yet, and I'm kind of afraid to tell them, because I know that they will have a fit. And the reason why I know this, because one time, because I've always been a curious kid, I asked questions. Mm-hmm. When I went to church, listened to the preacher, and when something didn't sound right, like for instance, Genesis, when they said, let there be light, and then later on, God created the sun and the moon, that didn't sound right.
So are you looking for advice about talking to them, or what?
Yes. How would you come out and tell them?
Well, I haven't had to deal with that, so I'm going to pass this off to Jen.
Is there any compelling reason why you have to have that conversation with them?
Well, technically, no. Because it's my mom, and I think I would like her to know to a point that in my heart, I know it will hurt her.
Okay.
And so I came to the conclusion of stop living a lie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, certain people I've told, certain people I have not told yet. My parents, I want them to know I want my sisters to know. I want my brother, the Reverend, to know.
What
I don't know how to tell
will
them.
happen? What will happen to your relationship with them when you tell them?
Oh, it'll go down. It will
Okay,
be.
so
it won't be one.
Is it worth it? I mean,
No.
okay.
Yeah, like
So
there
you're
was a
basically
time when I might have said you owe it to yourself to be honest with everyone, but since then I think I've maybe changed my mind a little bit, because like not telling people the whole truth about you doesn't make you a dishonest person.
Right.
It just means that you have to deal with relationships carefully.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean, like, if it's really eating at you that you can't tell anyone, maybe think about which of your family members would be the most sympathetic, and like bring this up to them cautiously and then see how they react. And if it's terrible, then definitely don't tell anyone else.
Yeah.
Although they might.
Well, I mean, this is important, because basically you're saying there's no compelling reason that you have to tell them. And it's going to cost you the relationship. So the question then becomes, what's more important, them knowing that you're an atheist or having a relationship with them? And we can't answer that question for you. You're the one who has to decide what the most important thing for you is.
That is true.
And
that makes sense.
And you can't do something that is going to cost you more than what you're willing to pay, to do that thing.
That is okay. So basically, I'm just taking your advice in a sense and weighing the options.
Yeah.
On whether should I or should I not. I mean, if I don't have to, because I really don't. The only reason would be just to come out honest.
Right.
But if I don't have to,
and let me tell you,
I shouldn't.
I understand how annoying it can be when you're at a family gathering and everybody just assumes that everybody there is Christian, and they wrap you up into this, oh, I'm going to pray for you, or Jesus has so blessed you, and all this stuff, and I just grind my teeth when I have to endure something like that. But there are family members that I have that I value the relationship with them, and you know what? It's just not worth it to me to go there. So, I know they're going to say this stuff, and I'll just grit my teeth and smile, and it won't be that long. I'll be out of there, and I can go have a beer with my brother, and we can talk about it or whatever, So decide what you're willing to risk by coming out to family members, and if it's too much, then don't do it.
I got you. I'm not saying that it's hard to be an atheist, but I am really shocked when I listen to your show at the Christians that call, and then I ask myself, because I see when they get in this corner, then they start stuttering and all that stuff, and I'm like, was I ever like that?
I mean, a lot of Christians just don't really get challenged very often, and that can be a surprise, because our culture seems to value just being polite and taking religion seriously and not arguing against it, and that's that's why we're here. But we are out of time. So
okay, one last thing.
We really are out of time. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
The credits are even up.
I'll call back.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
calling.